Hello, good evening. It's Olivier here from Sound Bath Healing. And I've come online because this Friday we're going to start a series of evening sessions. And some of you have signed up for them. Thank you so much. And the subject of those evening sessions has been taking shape over the last couple of weeks while we've been away enjoying the festivities of Christmas and New Year. And so this evening I want to share that with you about what I've been feeling, what myself and Megan have been feeling, and what we feel is presenting itself to be explored in the Friday afternoon sessions. When we first created them, we called them moving into alignment. And that still feels very important, that we talk about alignment, about what it is to be aligned each day and each moment, and the tools that can help us come into alignment. And certainly we'll be sharing them. And in the last couple of days, then something else has shown itself as a wider purpose for the sessions that we will be bringing to you on Friday evening. And it came in a session with a client in New York yesterday around a renewed sense of purpose. And this sense of purpose I feel really important for us to connect to as we start this new year and this new decade. 2020, powerful year it feels like. Last decade was a time of great change. Continuing that change this decade. What happened in 2012, on the 21st of December, was a great turning point in the history of who we are as human beings. And I've been reflecting on that. What did it mark? It marked the midpoint of the procession of the equinoxes. So what does that mean? It's a 1 in 26,000 year event. Every 26,000 years, our solar system completes a cycle, and a new picture of the heavens presents itself. I was just reading today that it used to be in the time of the ancient Greeks that the Southern Cross was visible in the Northern Hemisphere. And these days we know, of course, that Southern Cross is only visible in the Southern Hemisphere. And it's a beautiful thing to behold when we are down under those amazing stars. So, the heavens are changing, the earth's turning, cycles are continuing. And it's reminding me of these greater cycles, the things that we are often experiencing here on earth in a lifetime. But our lifetimes are so short compared to the cycles of the galaxy, of the universe. So we have to try and make sense of these cycles from that greater perspective. And the perspective that's coming, that's informing what we're doing at the moment, is this sense of purpose. That coming into existence at this particular time in Earth's history. It's such a potent time. And so why have we chosen to come here at this time? And while I was thinking about this, I was walking through the house and I saw this little fella. This is a little fig tree I bought at the end of last year. Coming back from our time away in Scotland over Christmas. It's grown all these beautiful leaves, and this fig tree is thriving because it's aligned with its purpose. Its purpose is to grow, to become a tree, and to produce fruit, so that the seeds are spread far and wide. Now the seeds are in those delicious fruit. And I'm not sure how long this will take to produce some fruit, but we're looking forward to it when it does. And that took me into thinking about, its purpose is quite singular, really. Produce fruit, seeds in the fruit, spread the particular DNA of that fruit so that new trees will grow. But the offshoot of that is an abundance of nourishment for all that come into contact with it. And this is true of us as well. When we're aligned with what our purpose is, we produce an abundance of actions, thoughts, words that can nourish so many people, so many beings that we come into contact with. So what's the key to that? The key to that is being focused on our purpose. Fig tree's got it pretty lucky, it's got no distractions really. It just keeps growing as well as it can in the conditions available. For us as human beings, it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get pulled in different directions. Certainly at the moment, I feel with the build up to the full moon eclipse on Friday, lots of energies coming through. We've got the new year energies as well, where there's a lot of desire to put things into place for the rest of the year and the rest of the decade. And yet at the same time, it's still winter here in the Northern Hemisphere. And it's a time for going in, being inward, going into the roots. And there's also all the distractions of things around us. And it's easy to get sidetracked and forget our purpose. So what we'll be exploring in Friday, first session this Friday and the others moving through, is how do we stay focused then? What will help us in our quest to become the magnificent flowering of life that we came here to be? There's so many people who need us, whether it's our immediate family or our friends, but also in the wider community. The more of us that focus on why we're here, focus on bringing the light through, focus on sharing love, the more of us that do that, the better this world becomes. It's a critical mass thing. 1% of the population tuned into love and harmony and peace will affect the whole of the rest of the population. And I really believe, I feel it, this is our time. This is our time to thrive. And the way that we thrive is that we align with our purpose, because this gives us a greater context for the experiences of life. So that as things come along and we experience great depth, it could be strong emotions, it could be reactions from people around us, strong emotions from others directed at us. When we're aligned with our sense of purpose, then we can move through and understand more of what is going on. That we're here to live a full life. And the only way that we can live a full life is to allow the experiences of life to fully infuse us, to fully come in and be felt and experienced. This is a human experience that we're living here. And I know from my own experience that being aligned with a sense of purpose helps make those experiences even richer. And it gives me an opportunity to not react simply to situations, but to come from a place of understanding, a place of love and compassion, so that as things happen, I come from that place of love and realize, what this person is asking from me. What is this situation asking from me from a place of love and connection? So, on this beautiful evening, winter's evening, calm outside, thought I'd play a little bit of this beautiful didgeridoo and give us all a chance to connect to that greater sense of purpose. And the way that I enjoy doing that, I feel the strongest, is to connect into the earth, feel her support and her connection to me, to my human experience. So I encourage you to do that as I play. Send your roots down into the earth and feel that connection. So thank you for joining me. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments or questions that have come up from the sharing this evening. And please feel free to share it around if you know that there's people that it may touch as well. If you'd like to find out more about what we're doing on Friday evening, then please go to soundbathhealing.com. I'll put a link underneath the video here. And we'd love to see you there on Friday. The more we join together, the stronger we are. Okay. So much love. Thanks so much for joining me. And I'll see you soon.